here I am on the top of Mt.Kosciuszko. As you can see, it's a typical Kosciuszko day, and right now is the beginning of my big journey down from the summit here down to the sea.
Bye.
Fuck! That was cold. A lot deeper than I thought it was going to be. Shit! This morning I had to make a bit of a hard decision and decide that I am not going to go down to the source of the Murray today. We're finally at the Murray River, and even though I didn't get to see it at the source, this is pretty good. So here we are, the start of the Mount Yongle climb. So I'm at about 500 meters above sea level, and over, I think in the next 12 k's I've got to go up 1,000 meters up to 1,500 feet above, or meters above sea level. Whew, I'm averaging a rest about every 40 meters at the moment. Well, I friggin' made it. I got to the top. I'm now at the top of the Indy Trail. Ooh, I can smell my brakes burning. This is pretty full on. Well, that is stack number one. Oh, fuck. This is really hard. Oh, Jesus. Well, I don't really know how to describe today without swearing, because that's pretty much all I've done all day. Well, I think I jinxed myself by getting excited about having a decent breakfast, because I've just had to climb up another massive hill. There it is, the Murray River. Cannot wait to be paddling along that. I'm friggin' off the mountain. So happy. So tired.
Oh, well done, Andrew.
There again. Oh, shit. So I just got my first get out and walk spot just here. Very much enjoying this. This is definitely what the trip's all about. Excuse me. Don't try and steal my barbecue shapes. I always seem to be eating when I'm talking to the camera, which is fairly rude. I apologise for that. Sunshine. I think I just found myself an island. I might camp on the island. Today I have my least favourite conditions, which is windy fog. Well, welcome to another episode of Andrew Pushes a form of transport that's not meant to be pushed.
Ah, textbook. Textbook. I think you're going the wrong way, just saying.
Nothing much to report. Lots of cows, lots of trees, a few ducks, lots of birds. Excuse me? Do you mind? Come on! Yeah, today is hard. I'm not gonna lie. Hang on, I've got a tree. Well, I made it to Corowa. It was a long day. I think I've done, what's that say? 8 hours and 55 minutes and 59 kilometers. I am beached in the middle of the not so mighty river. No idea what day it is today, but all I know it's heading down to Yarrawonga Day. Yeah, so much for this headwind and rain. I've actually had a tailwind. It's a bit of a east-northeasterly at the moment rather than the north-westerlies they were talking about. And there's definitely no sign of rain up there. Filling up with water from the spray off my paddle. It's so cold. I'm going to wind my way around the edge. I think that's just going to be a little bit safer. Because currently it's a bit crazy out here, but it's only going to get stronger. Alright. Now this is getting crazy. The wave's starting to break now. As you can see, it's kind of getting a bit rough here, and I'm about 4K short of my target, so I'm actually going to have to walk those 4Ks, I think, because it's pretty bloody unsafe out there. Plus, it's going to rain soon too. Thanks, mate. Well, the drama never ends with this whole journey. So, new development. Just behind me is Victoria. And as of midnight tonight, they are going into a 7-day lockdown, which means that my whole trip is kind of screwed at the moment. So we are now in Operation Evacuate Andrew from the River mode. So, anyway, we'll just continue trying to get down this bloody river. Hello and welcome back to the river. It has been 6 days since I was extracted from just up here near Baruga. Look at that lovely, lovely rainbow. It is -4 degrees outside. I don't want to get out of this sleeping bag. I'm so warm. I think this is one of the prettiest parts of the river I've done so far. It's just got lovely, lovely trees and lots of kangaroos and birds and stuff. Just nice having national park on both sides. There is the town of Barma in Victoria, another town I cannot visit. All up, I'm now 820 kilometers into my journey from Kosciuszko and got about 1700 to go. So probably another 7-8 weeks to go.
You ever wonder if days like these last with one another? With the feeling pass, would you find out with me if it all starts to crumble? We'll search the pieces for a hope or a mumble.
Well, that's definitely a first time for me. I just found myself falling asleep while paddling. That last little stretch there was quite long and pretty wide and pretty boring, and yeah, realised that my eyes were shut and I was still paddling. I think the river does a bit of a loop around, because to be honest, I haven't looked at the map all day, so I have no idea where I am, in the middle of bush somewhere. It's about 2:30 in the morning and it is pouring with rain. Got a bit of a thunderstorm going through as well. I was sort of predicting it was going to rain tonight, but only 1 to 5 mils, and this has been a lot more than that.
You ever wonder if we know what's best?
I think this is officially my favourite part of the trip so far. Just sitting here, barefooted on the beach, eating cheese, just enjoying the sunshine and having not seen a human for a day and a half and just enjoying being on my own. This is absolutely exactly what I was hoping would happen on this trip. That's a bit of a milestone. I just hit the 1,000 kilometre mark. So that's 1,000 kilometres travelled since the top of Mt.Kosciuszko.
It's not for me to decide.
Yeah, today was nice. Sun came out, that was good. And that's all about all I've got to say, because I don't know, it's just one of those days. Morning. I think this week has just caught up with me. Man, I'm tired. Everything just feels hard today. All my batteries keep running out of power, and the idea of getting all that gear there, down there is just, it's killing me. Hallelujah! The Swan Hill Caravan Park. And it looks like they've also got a decent beach down there to get out on. Thank God for that. So tired. Good morning. I think I'll talk to you a bit later on because everybody's asleep still up there.
I get the vibe that you're distant.
Did I mention it's cold? My fingertips are frozen.
I see it in your
people wonder why I don't want to paddle in summer, I can tell you why, because it's 7 degrees now and I'm stinking hot. Oh my god, sitting in the sun, it's just gone from freezing cold to just hot, sweaty and Don't worry, I'm not going to demonstrate it for you. People are itching to ask how you go to the toilet in the bush. I know they are. So I thought I'd address it because I figure you guys know me well enough now and our relationship is strong enough to talk about these sensitive topics. So all morning I have been craving junk food and I've been craving twisties especially. You have absolutely no idea how happy I am because that shop was a godsend. I've just been thinking about twisties for like 3 or 4 hours non-stop and they had them. Smallest packet I've ever seen, but they had them.
Tell me again, just tell me again and I'll make it right. Don't go through that door.
Excuse my heavy breathing, but I've just had to climb up this cliff here. And my campsite I have found is terrible. Stamping through the bush. Oh, mozzies. Oh, it's all happening. I think I'm getting hungry. Gotta eat my twisties.
It's 2 a.m. and I can't fall asleep.
Welcome to paradise.
The days we used to shine when we were young.
Raining again. Well, it's a good campsite, but God, everything's muddy. I just slid on my ass down there, so you can see here. Lovely. You can see my Crocs. Just lovely. Everything is just lovely. Well, that all got a little bit too hard towards the end. God, the mud is just gross. It's not deep mud, it's just slippery mud, and it's just sliding around on the bank, sliding on your ass, the whole lot.
At age 18, we had the devil on our shoulders telling us what we should do.
Oh, that's getting rough.
If you think about
Alright,
me too,
paddle,
I can
paddle, paddle, paddle.
raindrops falling. It's cold outside, and I kinda feel like calling, but it's too late.
Well, that's very exciting. I've just hit the halfway mark, so a great milestone. I've done 1,256 kilometres and I've got another 1,256 kilometres to go. Well, there she is, the mighty Murrumbidgee River. So welcome to Boundary Bend Caravan Park. This is my spot here. Definitely not the most pretty spot that I've ever had, because they obviously had some rain last night, because these are my water views. But yeah, I don't care, to be honest. After today, those mega headwinds and 42 kilometres, I am exhausted. The battery on this camera is about to go flat, but I'm happy because there's a petrol station next door full of snacks, and I'm going to sit here by my PowerPoint under my tarp and get my blog up to date and start editing some video tonight, because that's all I can be bothered doing. So yeah, ugly but practical. Got some not so good news last night. So Sydney has now got COVID cases and they're kind of going into lockdown, and Victoria has said that they're not letting Sydney, people that have been in Greater Sydney, into Victoria. So that kind of probably will screw things up, because Kath was going to come down to Mildura next week and spend a few days with me down there, and so she probably won't be able to do that now.
Back then.
nice rainbow just here. Oh, which way does it go? That way. Yes, there it is.
Found a photograph of us. I can't remember what we did.
Well, I made it to Robin Vale, so that's the end of this leg of the paddle. So that was, I think, 250 or so kilometres over the last 6 days, so that's quite a lot of paddling. And as you saw today and yesterday, the river has got a lot wider and a lot slower, so a lot of paddling. But anyway, I'm staying here in the Robin Vale Caravan Park in a, I guess you call it a cabin. It's more like a construction site office, but it's fine. It's got a heater, it's got a fridge, it's got a bed, and it's going to be serving my purpose well for the next 2 nights.
I've been lying here for too long. I don't know what else to do. I wanna get away from every little thing, just
Good,
to
how are
try
you?
to make it through.
Tell me it gets narrower and faster down there. It's the bloody lake.
I've been thinking about my options.
I am feeling very small
Every
right
detail
now.
in my head, but it doesn't really matter. Nothing matters, so I cry instead.
That's why there's a lock, so you don't have to go over that. So the current status is pretty much all of New South Wales is essentially locked down. Sydney are very restricted, but then country New South Wales is a bit too in terms of where they can go. And then it also looks like now South Australia is not letting anyone from New South Wales into the state. So I'm due to get to South Australia sort of middle of next week. So that's a bit of a problem. So I'm not going to think about it till I get to Mildura, and then I'll get to Mildura and then work it out, because fortunately my car is down there because Kath left it down there. So worst case scenario is I've got a car at least, and I can go and hang out somewhere or whatever, go home or do whatever needs to be done. So anyway, last I'm going to talk about it. I'm not going to think about it all week. I'm just going to paddle, get down to Mildura, enjoy 6 days of being remote and on my own, and then we can work out exactly what's going on.
I've been trying everything I can, but I ain't got nothing left. And I know there's so much more to this life.
Another beautiful morning. So a bit chilly, but lovely, lovely, lovely. Got a bit of mist coming down the river here. Well, welcome to my huge campsite. As you can see, it's a big beach.
'Cause I've been running circles, trying to catch my breath. I've been trying.
That's been a good start to the day. So it was a beautiful sunrise this morning, and so of course I got the drone up to have a crack at getting some nice shots of it, and now the drone is residing at the top of this tree up here. Well, I'm finally on the water. It's 9:45. This is the latest start I've had for the entire trip, but that was a bit of flapping around trying to sort out the drone and find the drone, and yeah, then it was a bit slow packing up. This doesn't look like much, but just there should be a marker sign that says 1,000 kilometers to go. So it's a bit of a milestone. I mean, the reality is there's a few little shortcuts and stuff, so it's a lot less than 1,000 kilometers to go, but all the same, it would have been nice to see a marker sign saying 1,000. Now I realise it's actually much more fun just to enjoy the river. So, you know, finding a nice campsite, sitting here with a cup of tea, eating Scotch finger biscuits by the edge of the river. That's kind of what the trip's about. It's not about just getting down the river. So yeah, I'm sort of treating that loss of the drone as a bit of a kick in the pants to remind me what this trip's all about and to actually enjoy it. I think having this amazing weather is also helping, but yeah, God, the psychological part of this trip, I knew it would be a problem, but it's just interesting. It's not that I'm depressed or lonely or anything like that, it's just that once you get something in your head, whew, it just sticks there all day.
Why are you staring at the door like I'm in the way?
Well, it's time to go up and get some snacks.
Don't forget your pride, 'cause I'm just trying to break this.
But I did forget to get a coffee. I can't believe I did that. I got everything else, every other snack possible, but forgot to get a coffee. Oh well, I'll just have to wait till Mildura in a few days. Yeah, as you can see, I'm a bit hot and sweaty, so I think it's time to have my first ever swim in the Murray. It's cold. It's very cold. Oh shit. Ooh. Okay, that's enough. I'm clean. There was nothing relaxing about that, I can tell you. Hello, day 45. As you can see, very foggy today. Well, as you can see, it's not foggy anymore. It's bloody windy. Headwinds. I keep saying it. I'd rather rain than a headwind. Yeah, I should get it in the next hour or so. So I'll probably get wet before I get to camp. Hooray! Well, the landscape is deaf. Oh, cold water. Jesus. I wasn't concentrating. Now water's all gone down my pants. Ah, it's cold. Damn it. Oh, shit. Oh, I got a wet butt now. This weather can bugger off now. Well, what a day. What do we have? Fog, sun, wind, rain, wind, more rain, and now it's fining up. There's actually a bit of blue sky up there now, and no wind. Get out of it. Get out of my soup. Yeah, today's the day to do the last sort of 30-something kilometres down to Mildura. And then I have a planned break for probably 2 days. I've got to wait for this permit to come through. And I'll either be continuing on or I will be heading home for a long extended break. There you go, Mildura.
Think about me one more time before you go. Someday you'll know. Someday you'll know. You know what I'm going to say. I've been feeling this way for far too long.
Well, there you go. The decision has been made for me. I am not going to be continuing the trip down the Murray at this stage. So, yeah, they're not. South Australia just are not letting up on the borders. There's still cases in New South Wales, so they're not going to open the border. And yeah, they haven't got back to me on my appeal, so I've pretty much run out of time now, so that's all right. As you can probably tell from the video, I pretty much was resigned to the fact that I wasn't going to be going down the river, so I've had a few days to process it, and to be honest, I'm actually now just kind of sick of thinking about it and just looking forward to getting home and being with the family, seeing the dog, and just getting on with other things in life. Alright, well, it's time to head back to Sydney, so talk to you soon, and yeah, this isn't over. We're going to get down this bloody river.